I'm very impressed with my skills, guys. I'm really good. Gosh, I'm just like really impressed how well that went. I'm still just so impressed. Hello, hello. Okay, so I am going to be cutting my hair. I'm going to trim my own hair. I've done it before, and a few people on our Instagram on Beauty Budget Moms have asked how I do it. Now, usually I have my husband help me even it out in the back, but I have been following a girl called Jamie Swan, and she showed a tutorial on how she trims her own hair. So I'm going to be trying that technique, and I'm going to try to take off actually like a couple inches. My hair really needs it. It's been a while, and yeah, I'm going to like clean up the layers as well, and the fringe in the front, make it more even and make it just like clean it up. You know, it really needs it bad. So I'm going to be doing that. I am a cosmetologist, but I don't recommend cutting your own hair unless you are willing to risk messing it up. There's always a risk. So if you're gonna try to cut your own hair, just know there is a very good chance it might get messed up. So if you don't feel comfortable, obviously go see your professional hairstylist to do it for you. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna make this pretty quick and easy. The technique that she used I felt like was actually pretty easy to follow, so I'm kind of excited to see how this turns out. I did just wash my hair and I flat ironed it to make it very straight. I am going to cut it dry, so we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna use my cape. I am in my like workroom, but I put a bunch of towels down so that the hair, obviously it's easy to clean up. I was gonna move everything into the kitchen, but that just was gonna be a lot of work, so I'm not doing that. So I parted my hair in the middle because when you cut your hair with it parted in the middle, it makes it easy. So whichever side you part on, it's going to be even. Either side, you're not gonna have like one side that's a little bit longer or shorter. It's just better to cut it in the middle with a middle part. We'll see how this goes. So the technique that she used is to put your hair in a low ponytail. You want to make sure your hair is straight, even, and you want to put it in a low pony where it is right at the bottom of the nape. You want it like, see if I can show you here. So let's see. Right, like you want it touching your neck. You want it to be touching your neck, in case you can't hear me. And then you're going to pull it down straight. You want to make sure you're pulling it straight down. You're not moving it. You want it right in the middle where it's touching the nape of your neck and then going all the way down. Okay. And I'm going to leave about that much out. We're going to go with this. So I'm going to be trying to cut this in a straight line. Obviously, I'm going to kind of use my hair tie as a guide and kind of keep straight with that. So we're going to see how this goes. Worst comes to worst, I just have to cut my hair again. So make sure, yeah, it seems like it was in the middle. So I do have professional shears. Don't be using any, blunt scissors. That's just not gonna work very well. It's gonna be really difficult to do. So yeah, I do suggest getting some professional shears, or as good as you can get. Okay, so I'm going to point cut. Point cutting is always better because blunt cuts, it's really easy to see if there's any mess ups. It's just, point cutting is very forgiving. So I point cut. The girl that I watched, now I can't remember her name, Jamie or something, she also point cuts, and I was like, yes, it's the best way to cut your hair. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go to the other side and do that. See, it seems a little bit longer right here. So I'm going to go in, point cut that. So I'm following where my hair tie is. I'm gonna see where this is. And I'm going to tighten that a little bit more and go back in and clean that up a little bit more where it's all jaggedy. This is like an awkward spot for my hand to be. And I'm just gonna talk to myself while I do this. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna double check on this side again. Okay, there's that. And now I'm going to take it out. This is what's gonna be the tell-all. Okay, actually pretty dang even. So when you do this haircut, your hair is going to be a little bit, you're gonna have a little bit of an A-line. You should at least, I don't know, maybe not. Did I bring in my mirror? Oh, I had a handheld mirror. That actually worked a lot better than I thought. So I normally, when I cut my own hair, I'll do like the front and then I'll have my husband go in the back and even it out, connect it. But guys, this might actually work. Okay, let me go get my handheld mirror. You can see in the back, I'm gonna try to look in the mirror here. That looks pretty dang even. You can see underneath, there's gonna be a little bit of hairs that like to stick out. That's the only bad part. That's what you have to be really careful of, but you can go in and fix that. These little hairs that are popping out. But that's actually pretty well straight across. I'm very impressed with my skills, guys. I'm really good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is, gosh, I'm just like really impressed how well that went. I'm going to clean up here. I'm just gonna point cut, kind of, did you see like where that was like kind of pointing out? I'm gonna kind of just clean that up, point cut it. Like I said, don't go straight across because it's just not as forgiving. Point cutting just looks more natural. It looks textured. It doesn't need to be a blunt cut at all. Right here, you see like it's kind of popping out right here. So I'm going to just go in there, cut that up, and bring it straight down. Do not bring your hair out here. If you bring your hair out here, it's going to be longer at the bottom. You're gonna have those little pop out hairs. Do not like bring it straight down when you're cutting this, and even like flip it out a little bit if you need to, but do not bring it out. That I've gotten my hair cut by people that do that, and it drives me insane because I know that there are going to be hairs that pop out underneath and it's just never good. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. And you can see right here, it's just, some are just popping out. It's not very even. So again, just going in, point cutting right there, double check it again. Now I'm actually gonna check and make sure that this is even. So an easy way to do this is grab your hair from your ears, bring it all the way down and see if it feels even. You can tell pretty easily. I'm still just so impressed how like even the hair is in the back. Like I'm so good. Oops, I just got a little too off right there. Gosh, that's a lot better. That feels pretty even. Now I'm gonna go and check further down. I'm gonna go towards the back and do the same thing. I'm gonna make sure there's no peekaboo hairs that are just hiding, which I know in the back there's gonna be some, and there's even, so yeah, this looks like some just didn't even come out. I need to do some more DIY stuff. Sometimes it's just hard getting all the setup, but I enjoy it. Comment below if you want me to do more DIY tutorials, okay? Do it yourself. Because I'm not gonna lie, I do a lot of stuff myself, so I am happy to do them. I'm never sure if people actually want to see it. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going around. In case you haven't seen it yet, so Ashley and I, we run this channel together. We are sisters. We run Beauty Budget Moms on here and also on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, all that fun stuff. Oh, I'm getting a package. We've also started a new account called 2 Day Threads, and it is all Amazon fashion, all of it. It is only clothing that you can get off Amazon, and usually we try to only get stuff that is prime at least at the moment. If you love clothes that are good deals, good quality with free shipping, go follow our page, 2 Day Threads, TWO Day Threads. We try on 99% of what we share, so you will get to see it. You know, normally they have like the pictures of somebody like you could tell it was like copied and pasted, like the whole outfit, so you really don't know what it looks like. So we try to try on everything, that way you can see what it looks like on a real human being. So go check it out. So let's see, I'm like kind of flipping it up. It's an easier way to kind of see some of those hairs that might be hiding. I am like having a hard time seeing it actually. I'll have to look in the mirror again. My handheld mirror. But I knew that there were some here in the back that I So if you do, like if you've got someone else in the house that could help, you could even have them go under, flip this under and like clean up some of those peekaboos. No, I mean, that cleaned it up pretty good. I might have a little bit under here, but I feel like, yeah, no, I feel like that's pretty good. Okay. Holy crap, that's an awesome technique. Try it. If you want to try this at home, do it, but don't do like, if it's your first time, don't do a ton at first. Like I did quite a bit actually. I would start out with a little bit less and go from there. You can always cut off more later. So I'm gonna do my layers. What I like to do is just the way that I would typically cut somebody else's layers, which is not really easy to do on yourself and I don't recommend it, but this is what I would do. In the back, I'm gonna take a section right here and I'm just kinda, I can't see it, so I'm just kinda guessing what I'm grabbing. I'm just gonna grab a section from the crown of my head and I'm going to bring it straight up as tight as I can with my fingers. I'm going to pull, pull, pull all the way up and I'm gonna try to keep it even. I want it all to be like flat. I don't wanna like turn my hand like this. I wanna keep my hand like this and I'm gonna go all the way up. Your hand might start shaking because this is not super easy to do. And then, dang it. I think I just dropped some as I put my comb down. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it all the way up. I'm not doing anybody else's hair, so I can do this. Okay, I'm going to just point cut it adjacent with my fingers. I'm just going straight across, just like we did with the hair tie. There we go. And now I'm gonna do the next section. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna take a little bit from the section that I did. That way you can kind of go off of what you had done in the previous section. And I'm gonna do the same thing. And if you wanna over direct a little bit towards the back where you were in the last section, you can. Don't bring it forward this way. Try to have it all the way up or a little bit over. And I'm not really taking that much off, honestly. My layers were kind of short before, so I'm not doing anything drastic. I'm really just cleaning it up. So if you're doing it like this, it's pretty forgiving. Okay, next section over, same thing. Again, just point cutting, so it is like just doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's way more, like I said, forgiving that way. Nobody's gonna see like, whoa, she's got like a weird line in her hair. It's just way better to do it that way. Same thing here, I'm going more towards the front, so I'm gonna grab another section, grab a little bit of the last section that I did, bring it up. I'm gonna go straight up. Remember, don't turn your hand, just keep it straight. I know it's super gross that I'm putting my comb in my mouth, but honestly, if I'm doing my own hair, I don't really care, and I'll sanitize this. So no comments of how gross I am, okay? Plus I'm a mother of 5, nothing grosses me out anymore. I'm gonna go around and do this other side. Oh, my hair already feels so much better. You guys, I can't tell you how much my hair needed this cut. It was bad. So same thing, grab this, straight up, try to keep your fingers really tight so it doesn't let go of that hair. And you can see there's like a guide. You can kind of see where you need to cut. It's pretty easy, especially if you're just trimming them. You're not doing anything major. And up here is pretty short. I actually might trim my bangs a little bit too, because they need it. Oh my gosh, my hair feels so much better. Oh goodness. Okay. I can also show you too, it's really easy to like thin your hair. So I have a lot of hair. It's thin hair, but I have a lot of it. Thinning shears are always really good to have to help thin your hair out. I also will grab a chunk of hair. And this is one, this might be a little bit too much to try it if you're not a hairstylist or if you're not really used to doing hair. But I will, let's see, so I can talk. I will grab a section, kind of hold it to the side, and just take little, you know, like slivers, whatever this is called. Just go down and slowly close and take little, it just very subtly thins out the hair right there, and it will blend just so much easier, especially if you have layers or if the bottom is super thick and you don't want it to be like so heavy at the bottom. It's so easy to just grab a little bit. Again, if you have thinning shears, just do it with thinning shears, but if you don't, you can do this and just, so you can easily just grab a chunk from down here and do the same thing. You can just kind of go through and go very slowly. You don't have to go super fast, and just slowly cut as you move down and just slightly close it. But that works really well if you don't have thinning shears. So real quick, I'm gonna do all that myself, but I'm gonna show you real quick how to do the fringe in the front. Super easy. All you have to do is grab some here, open up your shears, and slowly close it and go down. And that is it. Do not go really hard, otherwise you're gonna have a big chop out right there and a big section cut off. So make sure you're moving very slowly and go all the way down. Yeah, and this also might just need a little practice. So yeah, like I said, go very slow in and close very slowly as you're moving down. And then if you're wanting to do a little bit of bangs, see, like my bangs are pretty uneven right now. I haven't cut them for a really long time. I'm just gonna grab a section. I'm gonna cut, well, see how I brought that out? I brought it out here. I shouldn't do that. Make sure you go straight down and cut all the way across. Point cut, point cut, point cut. And this, again, you can thin this out so it looks more texturized, so it's not so blunt, but you can even do that with your bangs too. You can grab a section, go from up high, slowly close as you're going down. And the other side. I really enjoyed cutting my hair dry. I usually do it wet, and I feel like it was a lot easier doing it dry. So I highly recommend washing your hair, or if it's, you know, not super dirty, flat iron it and have it straight and then go from there, because I feel like this made it so much easier. Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, well, that process was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Holy cannoli. Wow. Yeah, that's probably just how, if I'm ever cutting my own hair, that will be the technique that I do. So I'm all done. Super easy. I'm gonna use the Nexus Finishing Mist. I love this stuff because it's over the counter. They have it in travel size, so if you need to travel, this is perfect because it's almost like a hairspray, but it's not super strong. You're not gonna have any, you're not gonna really feel it in your hair, but it gives your hair enough grit. I like having a little bit of grit like at my roots and at the top, and that way I can have like a little bit of volume, and if you're like teasing your hair or anything, it's gonna help give it a little bit of hold. So yeah, that was it, you guys. That was my DIY cut your own hair tutorial, and I'm impressed with myself. I did really good. But thanks so much for being here. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel. We share all things beauty, also clothing, and follow us on Instagram at Beauty Budget Moms and 2 Day Threads, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.